we're at Artist Alley, and I'm talking with Danny Earls, who may be one of the most charming men working in comics today. Danny, how you doing, man?
I'm great, Sal. I won't take that compliment, but thank you very much for it.
Well,
anyway.
I'll keep giving it because you're amazing,
Thank
man.
you.
If you're not familiar, you should be by now because this dude has done nothing. He's done so much, from Turtles to Aliens to Batman to the Absolute Universe. You are a machine, dude. The amount of work that goes into it. Now, do you work with a physical device or do you work digitally?
No, traditionally.
Yeah.
Tiffany just gave me this microphone. I was like, what do I do with this? I'm so bad with digital tools. I obviously scan things in and send them across to editors, but now it's all traditional. So I've tried to work digitally before, but I get way more enjoyment traditionally. It's what I learned how to draw with, and I like to get my hands dirty. So that's what I do, and I'm going to stick with it for the foreseeable mate. Yeah.
I've seen your sequentials, I've seen your line work, and it is so much work and detail and everything. It's amazing to see.
Thank you very much.
I'd actually love to see you actually work and draw. Like, I like to see that process. Do you ever film yourself and do that?
I should, Sal. I've actually talking to a videographer that lives in my hometown, actually in Ireland. We were thinking about doing something like that. I would love to do that. It's hard for me to find time in the day to finish pages, so it would be probably foolish to probably add more stuff on top of that, you know. But I would love to open up that process to people, because a lot of people do ask me questions about technique on ink wash and stuff, and I learned from people showing me things. Like David Finch has a YouTube video, so all of those people, I would love to give that information for free to people, and as best I can. So I try to do it on Instagram a little bit, Sal. I record my process videos and stuff. I will definitely in the future look into longer ones. It's just finding that time in between projects and getting the deadlines hit.
I think a trick to that is just having a camera already set up, and so when you're doing your work, the problem is, of course, when you're doing that kind of work, it probably shouldn't be out there until it's ready.
Hey, I draw my underpants, so I don't know if people want to see that
fair,
as well as me drawing pages.
Well, you're a physical guy, because before comics, you were a footballer.
Yes.
Now, did you always love comics before you were in the game, or did you get into it afterwards?
I appreciate you saying footballer and not soccer player.
I know,
I
know too many Irishmen to get that wrong.
I always love comics, Sal. Always. I make a joke saying I used to hide comics in my soccer gear bag, but from as long as I can remember, I've loved Batman, Spider-Man, Turtles, everything. Football was my first love, and that was something I really wanted to pursue. But always somewhere underneath it all, I knew comic books would be in my life, and when I was kind of grown up and got a bit more mature, I was like, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
When I say I love it, I can't even quantify my love for comics. I adored football, but it was kind of more of a grandfathered in route. My dad was big into football. In comics, I started fresh. Didn't know how to get in.
That was yours.
And I was like, how do I do this? So the fulfillment drawing comic books as compared to football, this means so much more to me, because I kind of just taught myself for 15 years, and I had a chance to come here. So I've always loved them both, but comic books does edge it a little bit for me, yeah, definitely.
Did you draw when you were playing? Like, would you have like pages, or at the very least like a sketchbook?
Absolutely. We used to go on the road, so there's a lot of downtime as an athlete.
Yeah.
Too much downtime probably. So when we used to travel, say we went to LA, I'd grab my sketchbook, go to a coffee shop, draw a little bit. I always thought it was good. Looking back then, I was like, it was terrible, right?
Well, sure.
But you have to have that self-delusion, right?
That's absolutely right. No,
exactly.
Anyone who's ever been successful has to be a little bit crazy, or a little bit delusional.
Exactly. And then I met an artist at home named Will Sliney, who's been amazing to me, and he kind of gave me great advice on how to break in. And then I was like, okay, this has to be taken a lot more serious than I was taking it. So I set myself schedules every day. I'd train from 9 to 2 and then draw from 2 to 11 or 3 to 11 for pretty much 5 years till I retired, Sal. And I really wanted to. I set my eyes on the likes like Greg Capullo and Jim Lee and what those guys do. Yeah. And I was like, if I have to get into comics, I have to be that good. And I'm not that good. I'm not saying I am.
I don't know about that. I mean, you are one of those, I think, heretofore unrecognized greats that just needs one more thing. Because the things you've been doing, I mean, you are working on Xenomorphs, you're working on Turtles, you're working on that. Right? I mean, the absolute Batman push has been very nice.
That was amazing. Like, to work with Scott on anything, do you know what I mean? To get a cover of his book, my God. I'm working on something as a project right now that I can't announce. For me, like, it's the biggest thing I've done in my career. It's the most special thing I've done, and it'll be announced late this year, early next year. Okay. And it's another step up in what I've been doing. So that's super exciting, Sal. I'm trying to put my heart and soul into that.
I know you will, because I know you do that for everything you do. But keep an eye out for that. And Danny, where can people find you and see some more of your work if they're going online, like maybe on Instagram?
Yeah, just Danny Earls 16 on everywhere. So I'm trying to keep my soccer number in there somewhere. But Sal, thanks for everything you do for comic books. You're such a positive voice in the industry, man, and I really appreciate everything you do as well. Thanks for your time.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So long.
Thanks, guys.